5-2, and this the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Happy Saturday afternoon. Pen relays today. For any and all of y'all who know about that. What you know about the pen relays? What y'all know? What y'all know about being in Philly? Pen relays. It's like the Olympic trials, something like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of the athletes out there. It's raining today though. I know that they don't cancel it. They don't cancel the pen relays just because of weather or whatever. Yo, the pen relay weekend used to be such a big event in Philly. Such a big event. But anyway, I'm happy to be here with y'all. I hope y'all happy to be here with me. And today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, we are talking about, can you take care of it for me? Can you take care of it for me? So what we're going to be talking about today is your comfort level. Your comfort level with asking somebody for help. Your comfort level with asking somebody to assist you. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people really don't like to ask people for help for a variety of reasons. Some of the reasons are fully understandable. I can get it. I get it. Have you ever asked somebody to do something or no. Have you ever asked somebody to help you with something and after they helped you with it, they told everybody else that they did it for you? You asked them to help you, and they did help you. But what they told everybody else was, I did this for them. They asked me to do this for them, and I did it for them. Now, in some scenarios, in some cases, in some examples, that might not be such a bad thing. You know, I mean, my team took care of it for me. A coach of a team does not play on the court or on the field or anything like that. He is the one that helps the team to play better, to play in a more organized way. So he has to employ help, not just him as a coach or her as a coach, but a team of coaches that can all help. And as a team, they all win. But what about when there's other solo projects that you need to have credit for? It doesn't mean that you don't want to give credit to anybody else, but if you did it, you did it. It could be a project or something that you have been working on for years and years and years. There's nothing worse than somebody trying to take credit for something that you have done. Yeah, there's nothing worse than somebody trying to take credit for something that you have done and you get wind of it. And then you have to explain that they didn't do everything that you did do what your life's work added up to. So you may have had this idea for years and years and years and years. And you finally got a chance to put your ideas in motion and to see your dream become a reality. And then somebody wants to come along and take credit for everything that you've done. And this has happened on a legal level. You know, you hear about somebody, let's say, making an album or a movie or something like that. And somebody else comes along and tries to sue them for the rights. What was that? What was that? We good? Are we good? You know, y'all hear me? Are we clear? Normally when I get a phone call too early in the show, it's normally a troll or spam or something crazy like that. But sometimes it's to let me know that the audio, yo, we cannot hear you, fam. Yeah, but I'm here. Here I am. Yo, everything will be okay. I said. So we are getting a call. It's too early in the show. So this is what I'll do.
You have a call from.
Caller, welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. You're a little too early to call, so I'm going to have to place you on hold. I'll cue you in as soon as I finish my intro. So, turn them down. If the call ain't right, by the end of this, more than likely, it'll be phased out. But I hope it's right. But anyway, Yeah. So you've heard of people doing this kind of thing, like trying to take credit and actually get money for something that somebody else has done, and and they want to litigate and sue for damages, saying that it was really my idea. I was really the one that did all the work. Look, if you look at the paperwork, all my name is on everything and stuff like that. And it can really confuse an issue, and it can make it look like everything that you have done has just fallen by the wayside. So we're going to talk about that today. How easy is it for you to ask for help? How easy is it for you to ask for help? Do you get hives? Do you break out in a cold sweat and start itching and just feel totally uncomfortable when it's time for you to ask somebody to help you with something? Because first of all, you may be afraid of rejection. Now, fear of rejection stops people from asking for help a whole lot of times. Excuse me, y'all. Right, well, some food in my teeth. Sorry about that. I'll get it out. Got it out. But yeah, for some people, it horrifies them to even think about having to ask somebody for help. And you got to think like, well, why wouldn't you ask for help if you need help, especially from somebody who can provide help? Well, there can be a variety of reasons of why people would not ask for help when they need help. Reasons like, well, the last time I asked somebody for help that could help me, they helped me, but then they took credit for it. They took credit for the whole thing. They didn't take credit for helping me. They took credit for doing it for me. The last time I asked somebody to help me, they threw it back in my face and tried to make it seem like I was incompetent and I didn't know what I was doing. So I had to get them to do whatever I wanted them to help me with. The last time I asked somebody for help, they told me that I wouldn't be nothing without their help. I wouldn't have nothing without their help. I wouldn't have done nothing without their help. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for their help. Yo, they tried to treat me like a straight sucker. Yeah, my lips, they didn't pucker. Felt like it was wrong, so I had to put it in a song. So the next time I need help, I'ma help myself. Word, I'll get it done. I ain't asking you for help, none. My name is Sun 2. That's 7512. No, 752, baby. If names, you must be crazy. Grown woman, don't try me. T carry write me. Y'all know what it is, yo. Yeah, it's the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, and we're here. And it does appear. Yo, I need help from the people who can help me. And I ain't trying to really let nobody stop me. But there was a time when I had to feel like I had to do it all on mine. Because people was crazy about it. I ain't trying to get out. Yo, you know what it is. Word. Yo, we gonna get some help today. I need y'all to hit the like button and share. Yo, do it right there. Without you, there's no me. So we gonna act like, let's get it pop, y'all. Yo, take care of it for me. Can you take care of it for me? Yeah. Hit the like button, y'all. Yeah. Somebody help me! Yeah. Y'all know how it goes. Marissa Allbird. What's going on, man? Help me out. Yeah. Word. Yeah. Yeah. Help me out, baby. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. One, two, three, four. Help me out, y'all. Get into it. Come on, y'all, big beat. Da 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 da. Doom 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 doom. Yeah, yeah. And that's how we doing it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Today, we are talking about, can you take care of it for me? Can you take care of it for me? Let me explain. Let me explain a little bit farther. Yes, I will bother. Can you take care of it for me? Now think about, just for a second, think about what somebody is saying when they ask you to take care of something for them. Normally when somebody asks you if you could take care of something for them, they're asking you to do it for them. Like this is something that they either can't do for themselves or can't do for themselves at the time. You understand what I'm saying? So like if I say like, listen, I gotta go to work. But my car needs to be dropped off at the shop at a certain time, and I can't do it because I have a meeting or something like that is going on at work. So normally I would just drop my car off at the shop and then go on to work, but I can't do it. So what I need, can you take care of this for me? Can you take the keys to my car, drop the keys off, or pick the car up? Maybe I can drop the car off, but I won't have time to pick it up when it's ready. Can you pick the car up when it's ready? You know, park it in front of the crib, whatever. That's taking care of something for me. If I ask you to help me out with this project, like, listen, man, I got this project that I have to do at work. I have this PowerPoint presentation, and I'm not that good with Microsoft Office. I'm all right with it. I can do a little something on a Word document. I can get the spreadsheet up together a little bit. But this PowerPoint thing is, I don't really know. It's a little confusing for me. So I know you know a lot about the whole Microsoft Office suite. Can you help me with it? Okay, bet. Can you take care of that for me? Can you help me with it? I'm asking you to help me with it. I didn't ask you to do the project. So it's not like I'm telling you exactly what I need and asking you to complete it and then you submit it to me and for my approval, whatever. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you to help something. It's still taking care of something for me. But I'm more so asking you to help me take care of something. There's a difference. There is a difference, my people. And we gonna talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we gonna solve, y'all. How y'all feeling, man? How are y'all feeling on this afternoon? You know what I'm saying? What's good? What's good? Double A-Z-Z? Is that like as? I don't know. What up, man? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Maritza Allberg is in the house. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, Max and chill. You already know. You already know. Yeah. So what's up, y'all? How do y'all feel about asking people for help? What's your comfort level with asking somebody for help? Now, I've been through different phases and different times and periods in my life where there have been times where I wouldn't ask nobody for no help. I wouldn't ask nobody for help. I mean, it could have been for insecurity reasons. Like when you know that you're supposed to know something, or you feel like you're supposed to know something, or it feels like everybody knows something that you don't know, if you know what I mean. It feels like everybody knows something that you don't know, you haven't been put on yet. You may be hesitant to ask somebody for help because you don't want to look dumb. Meanwhile, you don't know what you're doing, so you're kind of confirming that you're dumb. And I don't mean dumb as in unable to learn or don't know anything, but you're going to allow yourself to stay in the same space of ignorance that you were before in order not to ask somebody for help where they could actually inform you and put you up on game. I don't know about y'all, but nothing feels better to me than knowing what I'm talking about. I can't stand when I know for a fact that I don't know what I'm talking about and something is compelling me to keep talking anyway. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. And there can be times in your life when you've gone through that. Some people are comfortable with it because they figure, well, as long as you don't know that I don't know what I'm talking about, I can get over. Trying to 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 get over. You ever remember Superfly, Curtis Mayfield? That was the last verses of the song Superfly. Superfly. It's a great song. It was a great movie. Low budget, but it was pretty good. It was great. I love the movie Superfly. And matter of fact, if you ain't like the movie Superfly, get off my channel. I ain't got to do this shit. Somebody in the background like, what you mean get off your channel? There's only 7 people in there. You know what I mean? You better not do that. You right. You right. Cheryl Halsey, what's good? TK Wright says, I hate asking for help. You realize you wrote, I haul asking for help, but I believe that you're saying I hate asking for help. And I've gone through periods in my life where I hated asking for help too. But I had to learn better than that. And I'm going to tell you, the reason, look, we are not solo creatures. Human beings were meant to be among other human beings. We have to help each other. We have to share with each other. We have to give to each other. We have to receive from each other. That's the way that we were designed. And anytime we try to get away from that design, it doesn't work out very well for us. It can cause a lot of stress, pain, just a bad situation. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it's just a bad situation. And one of the reasons that a lot of times we don't want to ask anybody for help is because we know that people will try to use the help that they gave us against us. Sometimes it's for fear of rejection. But think about it. Once a person says no, that's it. It's over. Now you know you can move to somewhere else where you might get help. But for some people, that no hits so hard. It's like the end of the world. Why would being told no be the end of your world when it's not even the end of your day? Now, the funny thing is, if you know that somebody doesn't like you and they tell you that they won't help you, you ain't offended by that shit. You already know what it is. They don't like you. But for other people who are neutral or that haven't been tried and true, that might be like the biggest indictment on our personality that could ever happen. Okay, they told us no, or they told us they couldn't do it at this time, or they told us that we were going to have to wait. Oh, the disrespect, making me wait. Are you crazy? But think about the title of this show. Can you take care of it for me? You're not asking for help when you ask somebody to take care of something for you. Now, when you ask somebody to take care of it for you, you're asking them to do something from start to finish, more than likely. Like, yo, I need you to, I need you to handle the situation for me. Can you take care of it for me? You're asking them to do that. I want to ask y'all, what's worse? Asking somebody to take care of something for you? And I mean, what's worse for you as far as how far you will go to get this thing done? What's worse, asking somebody to take care of something for you or asking somebody to help you? Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. Because when you ask somebody to take care of you, to take care of something for you, know that they're going to take full credit for it because they did it. And you asked them. You came to them. They was just over there minding their business, rolling a blunt. They was rolling a blunt because, this seems like that's just what people do these days. I don't smoke. You might not smoke, but all of y'all are associated with somebody that smoke. So, yeah, like I said, they was just over there minding their business, rolling a blunt, trying to get their blunt rolling technique together because they got sick of asking people to roll a blunt for me. Can you roll my blunt for me? Because I like the way you roll them better. Your joints be all tight. Mine be all loose. And like when I be talking, when I'm smoking, my blunt be burning out and it burn out all my weed. When you roll your joints so tight that if you don't smoke it, then it burn out. I gotta light it again, but I be saving all my weed. And I'm saving all my weed. Yes, I'm saving all my weed, girl. Yes, I'm saving all my weed for you. No other. All right, anyway. Yeah. They was just over there rolling their weed, chilling, and you come like, yo, man, I need a favor from you. I need a favor from you, yo, twin. I need a favor from you, son. Hey, yo, I need a favor from you, man. Hey, yo, I need a favor from you, kid. Hey, yo, I need a favor from you, hun. Hey, yo, I got something that I need done that only you can do. Can you take care of it for me? Yeah, as soon as I finish rolling this blunt, man, I got you, son. I'm rolling the blunt. I'm gonna roll my blunt gently on my fingers. Smoke this shit and it's gonna burn me. Okay, anyway. So my man Troy Diesel is in the house. My man Troy Dees. Troy Diesel. But yeah, when you ask somebody to take care of something, they are going to take credit for it somewhere along the line. Now, there may be some people in your life that will take care of something for you and still give you the credit. You know why? Because they love you, they're close to you, and they want to see you win. Even if you didn't do nothing to win, they want to give you the trophy. They want to see you up there with the trophy. Like, you may not have done this one thing, but you have done so much around and leading up to this that it doesn't matter that I completed this thing. What you have done got you over. This thing that I did for you was just maybe it was a minor piece, maybe it was a major piece. But and see, that's the thing. When you ask somebody to take care of something for you, you may only trust somebody who you trust to take care of something for you. Because think about what it means to ask somebody to take care of something for you. You are asking for an accomplice. Like, yo, listen, man, there's a person at my job that's giving me trouble. They are causing problems for me and my livelihood. They got me wanting to stay in bed every day instead of going to work. Can you take care of this for me? Now, you might have to explain what taking care of it means. Maybe you want them to put salt and sugar in their gas tank or something. Maybe you want them to flatten some tires. Maybe you want them to, maybe you want them to find a way to get their sneakers stepped on so they can knock them the fuck out. Somehow in your mind, inflicting violence on that person, even if it's not associated with you, will take care of the problem. But nonetheless, they may get it done for you. So you might call your cousin, like, listen, cuz I need you to handle something for me. You know your cousin don't mind going back to jail, or you know your cousin knows how to move stealthily and violently. Anyway, I want to incite violence, but I'm sure that I wanted to make sure that y'all understand exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about asking somebody to take care of something for you. Asking them to take care of it for you, son. Asking them to take care of it. Well. Ooh. Yeah. Well, yeah. It goes down the way it goes down. So yeah, you may only ask people who, it's a funny dynamic. You may only ask people who you trust to take care of something for you, or people who you don't know. Somehow, in some of our minds, we think that people who we don't know, we can trust. Like, how could they don't know nothing about me, so they can never throw it back in my face. They don't know nothing about me, so how could they judge me? They don't know nothing about me, so, you know what I mean? It'll be easier to tell them about all of the dumb shit, crazy shit, heinous, nasty ass shit that I've done, because they won't judge. You know why? Because they don't know me, and they can't weigh what I'm telling them. Like, basically, I can control the whole narrative. So people will go out and find a homeless person, like, yo, man, let me give you some food and maybe a beer or something. But let me tell you what's going on. Let me tell you what's going on, man. My girl, she on, yo, my girl be tripping. I know she fucking around with this other nigga and all of that, right? But I still, I love her so much that I don't even give a fuck. So I'm hanging in there with her. Now, you need another drink? Oh yeah, I got you. Got 6-pack for you. Yeah, here you go, OG. So yeah. It's to the point where, she got my nose so wide open. I love her so goddamn much. You know what I mean? I know that she be coming from the nigga house. You know what I mean? When she come back home to me, I'm like, bitch, come home smelling like old school cologne. I was like, is that high karate? Yo, Tanya, I know you ain't come home smelling like hot karate. Is that Aramis? Is that Aramis? Is that the original Polo cologne in the green bottle? Old Spice? Brew? Like I said, when you ask somebody to take care of something for you, you might ask somebody who you don't know, don't have any ties to, thinking that may exonerate you or keep you out of trouble. Is it working though? Does it turn out that way though? So I wanted y'all to understand the difference between asking somebody to help you and asking somebody to take care of something for you. Now, this is what I want to ask y'all. This is what I want to ask y'all right now. Hold up. I know my brother Ansel Jones is in the house. I ain't seen my brother Ansel Jones in the house in a little minute. It's been a couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks. What's going on, my G? Good to see me some you. And Stacy White, what's up? Stacy White, I didn't even recognize you. You got the new profile. You got the new profile picture. You got a new profile. Hold on, let me see. You got a new profile. What we doing? What we doing? People change their profile. People change their profile. They change their profile. Anyway. So let me ask y'all this. When was the last time you asked somebody to take care of something for you? Not help you, to take care of something for you. Yo, cuz, yo, big bro, yo, baby girl, yo, tomboy, tomboy half-ass stud cousin. I need you to get rid of this hoe at my job. I need to. I'm gonna say it right in the mic. Hold on. I need you. I said I need you to take care of this hoe at my job. Wow, what's up, cuz? Wow, what she do? Let me tell you something. My wife made me the most delicious seafood salad you ever fucking tasted in your life. And I put it in the refrigerator in the break room, and I seen the bitch go and taste my seafood salad. She got to go. I ain't going to HR with this one. This is bigger than HR. She gotta be dealt with. Deal with her, cuz. I need you to deal with her, but don't date her. Deal with her. Don't date her. Cuz cuz, your little stud cousin got a little thing on me. She getting you little stud cousin. You little stud kicker. You little stud kicker. I said deal with her, cuz. Don't date her, cuz. Deal with her, cuz. I need you to deal with her. Yeah. But don't date her. Don't look at her. Don't look at her ass, cuz I need you to knock the bitch out. Knock the bitch out and honor my wife with the seafood salad. Knock her out, cuz. Knock her out, cuz. Knock her out. I said knock her out, don't take her out. I said knock her out, don't take her out. I said knock her out, don't take her out. I'm counting on you, cuz. I'm counting on you, cuz. I said knock her out, don't take her out. I said knock her out, don't date the bitch. I said knock her out, don't. Come on, what you doing? Yo, I know you ain't get a number. When was the last time y'all asked somebody to take care of something for y'all? When was the last time? When was the last time? And so June says, I like the new poll voting. See, that means you ain't been here in a while. That means you ain't been here in a while. You ain't been here in a while. My brother's back. My brother's back. But yeah, shit is real. Shit is real out here, son. Asking for help, that's one thing. Let me see how this poll is going. What we got? 15 votes? 15 votes. What is your comfort level of asking for help? 13% says I have no problem asking for help. Only 13%. 47%, which is the lion's share, say I only ask for help if I really need it. 27% says I only ask for help from people who I'm close to. And 13% says I do everything myself. I ain't asking you for nothing. I ain't saying I'm all independent. All day independent. Why would you want to do everything yourself? Because it's not always an innocent thing. Some people only want to do everything themselves because they don't want nobody else to get no shine. I'm just keeping it buck. Just keeping it a buck. Some people don't want nobody else to get no shine. So they don't want nobody else to help them because somebody else credit, and they don't want to see nobody else get no credit. They like Kobe Bryant when he first came to the NBA. I'm not giving up this ball for shit. Shaq who? Tell him to get his own basketball. I'm shooting this one. Shit, they got more than one basketball with the Harlem Globetrotters. Maybe we should implement the rule here. Tell his big ass to go. His big ass can't shoot no way. Tell him to get him under the basket. That's where he live at. Tell him to keep moving his feet though. Because back then they called fouls. No 3-second violation. And so Jones says, when the lady called her Marine son to hit me, not knowing we knew each other. Oh shit. That's gotta be a humbling experience. You go sick your man on another dude, and he like, yo, but that's my people. Oh, what's up, man? Oh no, we can work this out. Oh, all right. See, oh man, oh shit, oh man. Yeah. I need you to take care of this for me. Can you take care of it for me? I need you to take care of something for me. Can you take care of it for me? I need you to take care of it for me. Take care of it. I need you to take care of it for me. When was the last time I asked somebody to take care of something for you? When was the last time? I need to see it in the comments. Norris Hill said, Aramis still got it. Damn! You got Aramis? Wow. That's really some shit. High karate, baby. High karate. Hachi. Ha. Ha. Got to key up on y'all mother. Ha. Stacy says, I don't have no protection. Only God looks out for me. Well, that means you call on God, you still asking for help. And sometimes you ask God to take care of something for you. Like, shout out to all of y'all, and y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to all of y'all who ask God on the low to take care of somebody violently for you. Like, God, I know that certain people, I know that nobody can come to your pearly gates until you call them home. But if you could just violently call some people home Like, all right, I just got one person, and you know who it is, guy, because you know she been messing with me. You know I don't be messing with nobody, and sometimes people be messing with me. So like maybe you could, maybe she could get a really bad cold, like COVID in 2020, with mad underlying health conditions. Everybody else got cancer. Maybe she could get, maybe, you could give her like a baby cancer, just enough to, sit her down for a little while. God, amen. Please deliver this bitch away from me. Deliver this bitch away from me. I said, deliver this bitch away from me. God, G-O-D. I said, deliver this bitch away from me. Deliver this bitch away from me. I said, deliver this bitch away from me. And a nigga too. Yeah, God, you know how I do. Yo, God, I am one of your angels. But I got one little angle. Somebody is trying to get and come at my neck. I don't understand this demon, the devil, disrespect. And I'm trying to hold on, God. You know I've been struggling hard, God. Just deliver them from me. You do this one thing, I pray every day. I'll make sure that I'm always gonna make a way. I'm gonna congregate, I'm never gonna hate. I just need you to get this one thing straight. Need this person to be eliminated. And I ain't doing for the shit. Yo, I've waited for a long time to have me some peace and joy. And this bitch is all up in my world, we build and destroy. And I ain't trying to hit. What's the deal, God? Just do me one thing solid. It ain't hard. Yo, everything depends on how you rock it. I just need you to do this thing just like a socket. Plug me in, but please don't burn me. Please don't electrocute me. And don't let them shoot me. Toot my own horn. I would like to warn that I've been on this earth from the day I was born. And I'm torn between good and evil at some time. Only when you be fucking with me. We gonna really see if it turns out your way, cause you really fucking with me. I got a little advice for all the kids out there, yo, stop fucking with me. For the elderly, newsy neighbors, people hating, yo, stop fucking with me. I'm a good person, I've been taught the right way, stop fucking with me. Troy Diesel, Cheryl Halsey in the house from Marissa, stop fucking with me. Yo, grown woman, don't try me, TK, stop fucking with me. Gavin in the house, my man Norris Hill, stop fucking with me. Ansel Jones is on his return, y'all, stop fucking with me. All right, y'all. Hey yo, we got a call on the line. Caller with the last number is 1132. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind today? How you feeling?
I'm not feeling good.
Why?
My enemy got blessed before me.
That's heavy. I've never heard it put that way. I actually felt that. My enemy got, damn.
I knew you would understand that, so that's the reason why I said it to you.
Yo. My enemy got blessed. Wow. Okay, what happened?
They got married.
Oh. You sure that's a blessing?
Well, that's why I don't know. My feelings is all carried away in there. I think it's a blessing for them, because my best friend is now my enemy, and I know she like it, and I'm sad because she like it.
Oh, you don't want her to be happy, no kind of way, huh?
No.
Okay. I actually understand that.
It's not that I still care for him. That ain't the reason.
Right, right. You. Oh, so she didn't marry somebody that you knew or used to mess with. She just got married. Period.
No, it's my best friend, and we all hang in a circle. And the dude I was messing around with, he ended up getting married to somebody else. Which I'm glad anyway. It wasn't me. It wasn't meant for me and him. I'm glad. But my best friend is glad that it wasn't me and him. So she's happy.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, is she? How do you know they happy? Because you can get married and not be happy, especially nowadays.
Well, I shall hope he happy. I wouldn't put no work down no hour and I wouldn't be happy. That's for sure. I hope he happy. I don't want him coming up here and messing with me. I don't mess with married men.
So what's the part that you upset about your enemy getting blessed before you? What's the problem?
Because I ain't there yet.
Yeah, but only way that they can have a blessing is if they are happily married.
They might be happily married. He off the market. So, but anyway, I have been where I wanted somebody to help me instead of waiting on God.
Mm-hmm.
But God always take care of for me because when I can't shake it off or cast my the evil down, and I'm steady crying and I'm steady upset about it. God do he do show up for me, and he do fight it. Sometimes it take a little longer because what my parents wouldn't handle it. Because something was always going on with me because I'm a blessed person and I know I'm blessed because I walk in the principle, always been walking in the principle. And God will do it, but sometimes he just takes longer doing it. But meanwhile, you still in shambles. And that's where I prayed that God would send somebody for protection and to provide mainly for protection. And I think I got the right person. But, normally, I just pray about it because I don't be wanting the person that I want to ask to take care of to get in trouble. Ain't that something?
Well,
I don't, I'm going through something now with other people where it's almost triggering me to go back to drinking liquor, and I don't want to be drinking no liquor because I got problems. When I used to drink because I like to drink, not because I had problems. It's, when you just living right, people just come mess with you, just be messing with you.
okay. And I agree. I agree. Even with the drinking part, I totally agree. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But let me ask you this though. So do you have people in your life that you feel like you can count on, you can rely on, and that you can trust to the point where you...
No, I got one friend. No, I think I got one friend. And everybody else, nope. Not no more. God got him.
God got him?
God got him with him. The ones that I really could depend on that can help me fight a fight. Literally fight a fight. Mm-hmm. The Lord got him. The Lord got him. It's just me.
Well,
it's just me. I ain't trying to cry about it. But that's why I don't be up there talking no junk, but they still be want to fuck with me.
Yeah, I understand.
I try to stay out of trouble, but I'm going to speak my mind regardless. You ain't even got to follow me. If you don't like me, don't be watching and monitoring everything I do. But I know how to fight myself, too. Not just this fight. I know I got a mind. I know how to, use my mind. But everybody that God did have for me to fight for me, they're no longer here.
I understand. I do. I totally understand. I know what it's like to lose people that you really, really tried hard to hold on to. I mean, we all gotta go. But I'm of the. By the way, you all right?
I'm cool.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm all right. I get over where I need to get over. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to stress you. I don't want nobody be stressed because I need you to do some things. I need you to do some things today, and I need you to be on point. I need you to be on
I'm
point.
okay.
So when I get to the point where I need you to do some things, I need you to be ready. All right. So I'm of the belief that everybody has to trust somebody for something on some level. Like even if you don't really know your medical professionals, your doctors, your nurses, and stuff like that, you have to be able to trust that they will take care of you if you go in there with a medical problem, right?
Yeah.
So, when you ask your nurses for help or doctors or whatever, you want them to diagnose you properly and you want them to treat you properly, so you can get back to your health and continue your life in a healthy, comfortable way, right? Okay, so if we trust somebody on just that surface level, or should I say on a service level, we trust them on a service level. So we might have to trust plumbers, electricians, masons, roofers, mechanics, whatever, doctors, lawyers, whatever. We pay them and we trust that they will use our money effectively and not try to overcharge us and things like that. So essentially we are asking for their help, even if we're asking for their help with another problem that involves other people besides ourselves, like in the case with a lawyer. But are we able, are you able to even ask for help on that level? And I have to ask because like when I used to get in a lot of problems with traffic court, for example, I would try to go to court without no lawyer. Like, we don't need no lawyer. I mean, they already charging me all this money for tickets and all that kind of shit. I ain't paying no lawyer. You know what I mean? Just to get on the payment plan. But I found out that going in there with a lawyer actually got certain charges thrown out, and sometimes just having legal representation is enough to make the court go lighter on you or treat you differently than somebody who just was up there like bringing a knife to a gunfight. And the only place I've ever seen a knife be used effectively in a gunfight is on Call of Duty. Them goddamn knifers on Call of Duty. I'd be like, how did you kill? I shot you. I shot you 4 times and you touched me with a damn knife and I'm dead. Respawn. But anyway, so are you at least in a place where you can trust somebody at least to that point?
Yeah, I'm just going to say it like this. I trust you enough that I call in and talk to you. You know most about my business. I don't tell everybody my business. Only part that you got wrong was, I don't think you was calling me no hoe, but that's not me. But everything else you got on point.
Yeah, I ain't gonna call nobody no hoe to their face unless we real close. But anyway, I just said, you know what I mean. But anyway,
If I didn't trust the show, I wouldn't call. I wouldn't be here every day. I don't go to somewhere where I don't like them, I don't trust them. That's mental to me.
no, I understand that. But let me ask you this: when was the last time you asked somebody to take care of something for you? When was the last time you asked somebody to do something for you? I don't care if it was just making you a t-shirt.
I did. Yeah, this young girl was messing with me. Here I am, 53, 52 years old, and this young girl from the streets, and she could be like in her early 40s or whatnot. I'm like, why she effing with me like that? So I did ask my little cousin that was around that age to go up against her. So
okay,
I guess she got her auntie in her, my mama in her. So I did, because I was like, I don't know why because I guess she called herself trying to compete against me or something. I'm like, I ain't even been out there like that. But my niece could get with her. My cousin, she's almost close to my niece, but my cousin could get with her like that. But, I don't mess with a child. We ain't in the same age limit.
okay, yeah. You know.
But I don't understand that. Social media think you can do anything, but you can't. There's rules to this.
Yeah, a lot of young people sometimes. Young people these days, they can be very disrespectful. I'm not going to say that they're all disrespectful, but they definitely do some things sometimes that will raise your eyebrows. Like, yo, what is up with this? Like, what we doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And she literally was coming at me, and I was like, and I told my cousin, and see, I'm not a complainer, and I don't ask for nothing, especially nothing like that. And she knew it bothered me, so she did what she had to do. The girl left me alone. She still picked with me a little bit. I was like, girl, I'm gonna give you time.
Yeah.
You got problems, she evidently she sees something in me.
You have a call from
Troy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she sees something in me that's not in her. It bothers her. It triggers her.
Mm-hmm.
So, only thing I can do is, and I can tell you is, they better not cross my path, like trespass me, because I'm wanting to defend myself. Period. Now, I don't know if I'm going to win or lose, because I know I've been in some fights. I have won some fights, and I have lost some fights. But, I'm trying to heal. That's the reason why I asked God to protect me and send me my protector, because I ain't trying to get out there like that. And they know I'm sick, too. They cowards, too. That's why they F with me. They know I'm sick, too. But, it is what it is. Good always win over evil.
Do it? Does it?
In my book, it has.
Okay.
My mama and like I said, everybody in my generation, they didn't mess with nobody. Oh, they just got their blessing. God elevated them, but don't think that the opposite didn't try to come against them and they fought and won. Why my mother and my grandmother and my auntie, they never went to jail? Ain't that kind of strange?
Shit happened.
And they got into real fist fights. See, back then, it was fist fights. It wasn't carrying no guns.
Yeah, I mean, sure, if you get locked up over a fight, that means you fought in front of the cops. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do.
Yeah, but it's still, you could still call it out. They was fighting. They had night. I don't know, but they was fighting. Now these women, they talk all that guns, carry guns, and you a fighter, and you'll win a fight, but they still turn around and shoot you, and you dead.
Yeah.
Excuse me, unalive. I know you don't like that word, unalive.
That's funny as hell. I do. I hate that shit. It's the dumbest thing I've heard. Unalive. They making us use a word that's not a word instead of the word that is a word.
They gonna put that in a dictionary, in the urban dictionary with the new word.
That's gonna be in the podcast dictionary. That shit ain't no damn. It's not a word. Self-delete. Self-delete. What is that? Self-delete.
I
making up
like
shit.
I said, I have been through some stuff, and like I said, I don't fight these young little tramps. That ain't my age. I ain't got no. Now show me somebody my age. I'll be like, nah, I can handle this one. I'll be like, okay, God, you send me somebody I can handle.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know is that if you could ever fight when you were younger, you won't. Trust me, your fight muscle memory will come back. It's just that the next day you're gonna be sore as hell. Just throwing a punch can make your shoulders.
You're not gonna win every fight.
Only if you can win every fight if you only fight people you can beat.
Well, I don't know if I fight people. I know they were coming at me. I know I was a blessed single child coming up, and I'd rather have my blessings than not have my blessings. And that's the only reason why they was fighting, because of jealousy. Yeah. Being jealous of somebody is a bitch.
It is. That green-eyed monster, baby. That green-eyed monster.
Yeah, and then jealousy, the meaning of being jealous of somebody, being jealous-hearted, the meaning of that is they don't want you to have it.
Right.
It ain't always because of what you got. What you got that I'm jealous of. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. That ain't what jealousy is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm on this earth, and I'm gonna be on this earth. I can't help what you don't want me on this earth. That's what I'm going through now.
Yeah. I mean, it happens that way. Some people really don't want to share the earth with you. They want you up off of this thing.
Well, I ain't going nowhere.
I hope not.
I'm gonna try to get every blessing that God got for me. So when I come up there, and you know I say God have a closet with all your blessings on it. I don't want God to have none of my blessings in that closet. I want to be able to say I got all my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got all my stuff, my book deals, my opportunities I had to minister to people, all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Troy Diesel.
You know what? If I had to say to my friend, male friend beat up a girl for him, I will.
So instead of you calling somebody else to handle a situation, you saying that you available to handle the situation for somebody else?
Exactly. He won't even know how I know how to do it, but I know how to do it.
Well, who would call you? Who is more likely to call you? You don't have to give their names or nothing, but who is more likely to call you to have you handle a situation for them?
My cousin, probably. 9 times I see my cousin, because he ain't like that. He ain't no woman beater.
Okay. Now, so if you did a job for your cousin, do you trust that your cousin would make sure that you didn't get in trouble?
Yeah, I know he will. He would do that. Yeah, that way.
Okay. Okay, but you know, because that's a serious situation. You go and handle somebody for somebody, and then you know if the cops get involved, the law get involved. You know, then
It wouldn't even be that deep. It's just that I know she probably wouldn't mess with him no more. That's the way I would make it. She wouldn't mess with him no more. You know. But everything's cool. But I'm just saying. Because like I said, I know how to do things too. You know. Like I said, I've been in the streets, but I'm not of the streets, so I know how to think like I need to think.
Well, you from Detroit, right?
From Detroit, I had to learn how to keep myself up.
Okay. Yeah, because it's cold there, so the only way you can warm up sometimes is to beat up somebody.
Detroit is tough, just like New York is.
Yeah, but is it tough like Philly is?
I think when I was looking at Philly, it's really tough. But I know Detroit is tough. And if you can make it out of Detroit, you can make it anywhere.
I don't know, man. These motherfuckers here. I don't know if you would call them tough, but they are definitely murderous. You know what I'm saying? It's like the difference between using a pencil and an eraser.
I wouldn't want
It's on
unlike somebody, I really wouldn't want to be in that position. But like I said, if I have to defend myself, oh well.
I hear you. Let's see. Tommy Hearns was from Detroit. He was pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But imagine growing up on the street when all they sell was drugs. That's all it was. And I didn't really know it because I wasn't in the street like that. But it started showing after a while. That's how Detroit is, where they just sold drugs. And then you start seeing the drug addicts.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine what it's like growing up in a neighborhood where they sold drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was there, and I think that stuff came out in the 1980s when I first heard of it. It was 1980s, and then that's why I had told them, I said, we got to get out of here. This thing going down. It was going down.
Yeah, that's something. That's something else. Whew.
Yeah.
I have to look out for that.
Yeah. So, I don't regret where I'm at now because I know where I've been.
All right, that's what's up. Hey, yo. All right, hold on. We got my man Troy on the line. Troy Diesel, what's good? How you feeling, my dude?
Like a grown man should, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
How you feel?
I'm feeling like a real man should all day, every day.
I'm a grown man. You're a real man. We both grown.
That's right. Still men. Men. That's the operative word. Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I've been listening to everything you've been saying, man, and I do agree with 1,000% agree with everybody saying on the live stream is, turn to God first, but the human side always pushes you to try to ask other people for help or to handle certain situations for you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though, well, we off the live stream, we've talked about things like this, like my dilemma right now and what I'm going through, and it's a humbling situation when you have to ask people to be there for you when you don't normally have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Heavy.
You have to humble yourself and swallow your pride, and I have an understanding that when you ask this person this and ask this person that, they have an understanding that, and when you do it, you that person knows who you are because they know that you don't normally do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If that person knows who you are and they know that, because I'm one of the people that's in the poll that said I only ask if I really need it.
Yeah.
Because if I don't need it, I'm not going to ask. People have their own life to live. People got their own responsibilities.
So, but so what though?
But the thing about it is that it's the ones that I hate that I shouldn't have to ask is family.
But why do you? Okay, all right. I'm going to explain to you. I'm sorry for cutting you off early, but I wanted to explain to you what I meant by so what. And I say so what because no matter how busy you are in a day, you're going to help somebody along the way in the course of that day. And you always have room for one more task. Now, some tasks may take you out of your way, and some tasks you may be able to do easily because they're on your way. You understand what I mean? But the people who love you, who are close to you, who respect you, who care about you, should never have a problem with you coming to them to ask for something. Yeah, I mean, now if you're the type of person that rings that bell constantly, I could understand that you should be prepared to be told no every now and then, or not now, or you have to wait or whatever, or stop ringing the fucking bell all the time, or only coming around when you need something all the time, because you have a lot of people who are that way. But at no time in your existence should you feel like the people who are closest to you are the ones who are farthest from you when you need help.
Well,
and that you should have to do everything.
I agree with what you just said, but you don't know how farthest the people that's around you, that's supposed to be around with you, are supposed to be there for you until you need them the most.
No, you're right about that.
And that's the sad fucking part. That's the part that's bothersome to me. And then it always takes me back to what my mom said. It said, you don't depend on people to be there for you like you're there for them.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why I miss my dad. I'm gonna tell you what I miss about my dad the motherfucking most. This man would be dead wrong. He would be dead wrong. Y'all could have had a knockdown, drag out argument, and he was wrong. You know what I mean? He knew he was wrong. That man ain't have no problem picking up the phone in the midst of without the shit dying down all the way and being like, listen, I need something from you. He did not give one single solitary fuck. Real shit. And I would look at him like, you got the nerve to ask me for anything besides death? You know what I mean? After that shit you did? And he like, yeah, I need it. So you gonna do it or not?
Good son. I like your dad.
But here go the thing. Here go the thing. Whether or not I was going to do it wasn't going to make him or break him. But 9 times out of 10, after I cooled down a little bit, I did it. Now, in the midst of it, I was like, no, fuck out of here. I'm not doing that shit. But I had to respect the fact that he didn't let his personal feelings get in the way of what he needed.
Exactly.
Like, just because we have an argument doesn't stop me from bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I cheated on you doesn't stop me from needing medicine. It don't do that. So I might have to. I need one more. I gotta hit one more lick from you. And more than likely, yo, this shit, yo, man. When I tell you how much this shit used to spin my head around, like, what the hell? But I respected it, and I would give him that look, like, how could you do that and still ask for this? He was like, because I need it. What you talking about? My needs don't stop just because I fucked up. I'm gonna get back right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the same way, I'm telling you that, Troy, because the same way that you shy away, or you might shy away from asking somebody for help, is the same way that the people who might fuck you over, they ain't got no problem being like, yo, Troy, listen, OG, yo, dad, hey, baby boy,
Yeah.
I need. Hey,
Every turn, you gonna run down every terminology, ain't you?
so you know what you why not take a page out of their book? Fuck, I mean, one thing I learned over the years is that the real work starts when the answer is yes, not when it's no. The work starts when the answer is yes. When you go apply for a loan, if they say no, it's over. It's over. But when they say yes, you got mad paperwork to turn in. You got to prove your worth. You got to put up your firstborn. You know what I mean? You got to have your mom there. You know what I mean? With the delivery photos, matching fingerprints.
The thing about it is that, you know, and I knew your dad, you know, and he was, what you just said, it's funny as hell, but your dad was also a giving person. And he would give you the shirt off the back if he had to.
But he was treacherous.
Hey.
Listen, this is not what we gonna do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? May my dad rest in peace. But there were a lot of times he sold the fuck out to the people who he was close to. You know what I mean? It was the strangest brand of loyalty I've ever fucking seen in my life. It was mad contradictory. He was shit on the people that was closest to him. And my dad was sort of like cell phone companies and the cable company. The new customers get everything. You know what I mean? The existing customers, you know what I mean? They got to pay the high prices, all kinds of fees and shit. You know what I mean? You know, but the new people, they get everything. Discounts, premium channels, the Netflix, and you know what I mean? YouTube premium, all that shit. So, but he was, there was a lesson in everything in the ways that he moved. There was a lesson. But the biggest lesson that I got from him was put your pride to the side and get what the fuck you need, and then you can be embarrassed. Get what you need, then be embarrassed. Get what you need.
I don't have a problem with asking. You know, it's just the fact that it's like the people that's outside of my realm, I don't have a problem. I'd rather ask people that I don't know than the people that I do know, because when the people that I don't know say no, I can understand them. But the people that I do know, when they say no, I can't understand it. Because it was just maybe 2, 3, 4 months ago when you needed me, you needed that other hand.
But they
and I just said, yeah.
don't you know selfish people don't remember they not good at history, nigga.
Yeah, they you know, it's when you forget stuff. You forget what the next person done for you. And what fucks me up is that you have to, when you do things to people, right? When people tell you what you don't do or what you haven't done, then you got to tell them what you did do. And then when you did it from the heart, it takes away from that because you got to tell them what you did do. It takes away from the blessings that God is going to give you because now all of a sudden you got to break down, well, I did this and I did that. Which means that you didn't see that. Some people think that you do things because you're supposed to do them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of realizing that you're doing it because you choose to do it because you want to be there for that person. And they look back at you and be like, oh, well, and it's like that in a relationship. Some, either men or women. Some, I got to speak on women because I'm a man, but a woman would sit back and think that, oh, I'm supposed to thank you for doing that. That's something you're supposed to do. But then when they do something, you're supposed to thank them. Oh, I appreciate you being there for me.
Listen,
that's not how it goes.
Listen. I'm going to just tell you like this. Get paid for your work. Get paid for your work. And I don't necessarily, I'm not just talking about your monetary pay. What I'm saying is if you're helping, if you're out there assisting, if you're giving of yourself, make sure that you get yours. That's all I'm saying. Now, the way that we fit, you know, sometimes we get a little bit too carried away, or we get a little bit too engulfed in the whole. It's not what you do, it's the way you do it, or it's not what you say, it's the way you say it. Sometimes we allow that to confuse us getting what the fuck we need. So when I say get paid for your work, how about this? You're gonna have negative feelings. You're going to have feelings of abandonment. You're going to have feelings of betrayal. You're going to have feelings of selfishness. You're going to have feelings of all of those negative things that people wage against you. How about you at least have some hardware? Well, yeah, you know what? It's fucked up what they did, but at least I got this to show for it. And I'm not saying that you should value anything necessarily material, because I'm not talking about the material things. And not even when I'm talking about getting paid for your work. For your work. What I mean by pay is get what you came for. If you need help, get it. You're going to feel bad later anyway. Get what you came for. That's the lesson that my dad taught me. Fuck that shit. All right, they're going to be hurt feelings. People going to be mad. I'm going to have to answer for some shit. I might have to go to court. Yeah, I wore the handcuffs for a little while. But guess what? I got my shit. I went to go get something. Yo, somebody's microphone is fucking up. Y'all making too much noise. You cut it out. You cut it out right now. You stop it.
It ain't true this time.
Yeah, but you stop the noise. You stop it. You just stop. Okay. So yeah, you know, people going to always have something to say about what you did and how they felt about it and blah and what should have happened and all of that. But at the end of the day, you got to go in and complete your mission. All of that failure, you know, like, listen, if you're going to decide to ask somebody for help or ask somebody to do something for you, you got to be willing to follow the fuck through. Because people, negative people, or should I say selfish people, they feed off of your inability to follow through. Like, yeah, well, nah, I'm selfish, so I try not to deliver on things that people ask me for. And so if I see that they starting to waver, like, you know, if you ask a person like, yo, what are you doing Saturday night? Now they wheels get to turning, in the selfish person's head, they wheels get to turning. Like, I better come up with something that I can have as an alternative to whatever the fuck they're gonna ask me to do. But if you go in like, listen, on Saturday night, I need you to do this thing for me. Can you do it? It's different. That's like the difference. Like, this is another thing that my pop taught me. He said, let's say your battery dies on your car. So you need a jump. Now, if you running around the block or wherever your car is broke down with at, and you asking people, yo, you got any jumper cables? I need my battery's dead and I need a jump. So guess what? It's gonna be hard for you to get somebody to give you a jump, and somebody gonna probably charge you for giving them a jump because you don't have nothing. But if you already got your hood up and you got the jumper cables in your hand, and as people are riding by, you got your jumper cables up. Like they already know. All you got to do is pull in front of my car. Let me hook my joints, the prongs up to your post on your battery, and you could be on your way, sir or ma'am. Now they think like, you know what? Yeah, let me help the boy out. Let me help the girl out. You understand what I'm saying? So you made it a softer landing for them, and you made it harder for them to say no. But once they got to pull it out of you that you needed help in the first place, like, all right, let me do it physically. I don't know if y'all watching, but you all, and people who know me know that this shit irks the shit out of me. You know, people who don't know how to open their fucking mouth and ask for what they want. So they like, oh, well, man, it sure is a hot day today, man. And the Mr. Softy truck. You know they got new Mr. Softy trucks or Good Humor trucks, and they be playing like the music that they used to play. They got like these hip hop beats with it. I saw it in the video, and I actually saw the truck, and it's real hot today. And they got ice cream. They got cheese pretzels. They got water ice and stuff on them trucks. They got everything on them trucks. So what the fuck? Instead of just saying, yo, I want me a banana boat, I want me a Astro Pop, and I want me a cheese pretzel, Dad, or whoever. You know what I mean? What the fuck? What's all this beating around the bush? You know what I mean? I know they got Mr. Softy trucks, good humor truck. You know what I mean? Ask what the fuck you want? You making it hard. Because in somebody's frustration, they might be like, you know what, when you learn how to ask me for something, you're gonna get it. But until then, I ain't got time for this shit. You understand what I mean?
Pardon me. I would like to know, how can I get a shirt?
It's a valid question. It's a valid question. You can get a shirt. Just email me. You know, the shirts are one thing I learned from mailing a shirt. The post office is jerking us on the shipping and handling. But because I really only wanted to charge like $18 for the shirt, $17.99 for the shirt. And that's why I didn't want to put the online store up, because they want to charge you the taxes and all of that. They want to get a cut, and I wasn't with all of that. But because it cost me like $7.50 to ship the shirt out, I'm like, damn, $18. I'm not going, you know what I mean? Like, I'm dipping way. I'm decreasing the profit a whole lot. I'm almost just breaking even. So I don't want to do that. So let's say I gotta do 25 for the shirt, but that includes shipping and handling.
All right. So how do I inbox you? Just email you?
Yeah, email me, sun752@aol.com. I'll put it in the comments.
Okay.
S-U-N.
Put in comments, and I'm going to get off the phone and look at you on TV.
Okay.
Okay. Have a nice day, everybody.
You too. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Good call.
And the part when you said, have I ever asked somebody to take care of something for me?
Yeah.
Let me see. I refuse to ask. I don't ask people to do certain things. If I really need you to, I would ask you to. And if I'm coming at you to ask you to take care of something for me, it's something major. It's not, and it has nothing to do with finances. Because I have to, if I don't deal with certain things, then I have to call people that deal with certain things. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why, and that's why, and then you also got to realize that if you get that person to deal with that situation, then you putting that person in a situation that if something goes wrong with them, that's on your conscience and that's on your spirit.
Right.
So you have to always, everything has to be looked at majorly. You just can't go in there and say, that's why I always try to deal with things myself when it comes to something major. And I ain't trying to be outspoken about certain situations like something major. You read between the lines of that.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? If it's something major, then I'll deal with that myself. Because I don't want nobody having to put that. That's my shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's my shit. I don't want nobody having to jeopardize their life or put their family in huh?
I didn't say nothing. Go ahead.
Or put their family in jeopardy or stuff like that. Or put their own life in jeopardy. If it's something that I got to go beyond that, then yeah, then I'll sit down with them and be like, look, this, I need this myself. Give me this and I'll take care of this. You know, or how much? Here, let me buy that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm one of them people. I care if like I said to you on here before. I look at you as a brother, not like as a friend. We go back too long. So I care when I put people in that perspective. I'm not going to jeopardize anybody else's, safety or their life. But I'd rather if I got to deal with it my own, and then it's me that's being taken care of because of what I had to deal with, then so be it. But at least I know that's me. So I couldn't never do that. Mm-hmm. And believe me, there's been times when situations happened to me and I had to, and people came to me and like, yo, you want me to deal with that? And I was like, no, I can't let you deal with that. Because, and then it's two certain situations that I couldn't let people deal with it because I know that it would come back to me.
Right.
I know it's going to come back to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well.
So.
No, go ahead. My bad.
Because at the end of the day, it's going to come back to me because the people that did the stuff to me has a close relationship with other people.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to come back to me because they're going to say, well, he did this to him. I'm pretty sure this person did that back to him, and they didn't. And I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. So in certain situations that if I can't handle it myself, I'm not going to let nobody else handle it. Because I have to think about, I don't want to jeopardize anybody else's livelihood.
No, I understand all of that. But as you know, all situations aren't that heavy, even if they are serious enough. Your needs are your needs. You know what I mean? And we all need help at some time. But for some reason, sometimes we get caught up into feeling like we have to do everything for ourselves. And it shouldn't be that way. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be tit for tat, but shoot, I mean, what's the use in helping everybody and not being able to get any help for yourself? That almost disproves that helping somebody is blessing them. You know what I mean? So you mean
I agree with you, but son, you know what? Everything you're saying is completely true. But see, that's what makes you different than other people. But the shit that I'm going through right now is bothersome to me because it's dealing with my children. Mm-hmm. And it's dealing with my children, and it's dealing with my relationship.
No, I understand.
I shouldn't have to. Once you know that a person that your father is in need, this should never be a turning of the back of your father, or shortchanging your dad, because your dad never shortchanged you. Your pocket shouldn't be small, because when you need your dad, his pocket's deep.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to. What I try to tell children is that, or kids, you're always going to be children to your parents, no matter if you 5 or 105.
Facts.
So what I always try to tell children is this. What I tell my children is that, regardless of, let's take away the money. I had to ask my kids. I had to put in a group chat, and I had to ask my kids, y'all do know your mother didn't do all this shit on her own. Y'all do you remember the doctor's appointments? Do you remember the clothes? Do you remember the sneaks? Do you remember all the shit I done for y'all? Do y'all remember anything? Y'all just think that did your mother fuck herself and produce y'all? So when I gotta go that route, now you understand I shouldn't have to go that deep with people that I brought up, that I produced.
No, I totally understand that. But here's the thing. You can't, just like your mom told you, just like, the way you treat people ain't going to always be the way that they treat you. And just because you're a good person doesn't mean that people are going to be good to you. Another way that you could kind of put that is that sometimes you have to change your settings. You know what I mean? Just like when your phone updates, sometimes the way that you had it set, you have to redo it or revisit it, or you know what I mean, restructure it because they may have added in some shit or whatever. Sometimes you got to do that with people in your life. You have to reconfigure your settings. So certain things that you're letting in, maybe you have to limit those things, and certain things that are certain privacy settings, like the things that you will allow other people to know or see, maybe you have to adjust those things. Now, and this doesn't have to be in retaliation, but your feelings are no less valuable than anybody else's. So why are you allowing yours to be constantly under attack? Sometimes you have to do what's best for yourself, and then other people will start doing what's better for you also, even if it's just in the commission of them doing for themselves. If they know, listen, like when you traveling from state to state, you're going to have to pay tolls. Now, you can get to places where you want to go without paying tolls, but you're going to have to go so far out of your way in order to avoid paying that money. If the money that you might spend in gas, it might have been worth it to just go ahead and pay the tolls. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm using that as a comparison or an example or a metaphor to say that they're going to need you before you need them. But maybe if you reconfigure your settings, maybe they'll realize that it might be easier to come directly to you and pay what's necessary instead of trying to go all around you and avoid you or whatever. Or you may have to just let them know, look, it's a toll here. It's a toll. You ain't got to pay it. But if you don't pay it, you can't go back past here. My terrorist ass mom used to like the ass whippings that I did get. She was crazy. She had terrorism in her blood. She used to hold the belt in her hand and tell us to pass her. So as we passed her, we was getting that first lick. You know what I mean? On the way, it was like she was going, run and tackle us and shit. You know what I mean? We was getting a beat down that way. But just the terrorism of pass me. And that's all she used to say. Pass me. Like, let's see. You got belt in your hand, scowl on your face, and you're telling me to walk past you. As if there's no other way to get to the other room than going right past you. Like this space over here, why I gotta walk past you? But we knew what it was hitting for. And sometimes you gotta let people know what it's hitting for. But don't count yourself out of getting what you need. You shouldn't have to always, damn. All right, you like to cook. Fine. That doesn't mean that you never, that don't mean that you don't like to go to a restaurant every now and then or have somebody just make something for you. You know what I mean? So you mean to tell me, all right, so we went to Longhorn to go get a steak, and motherfuckers recognized me and put me, and I had to go make my own steak. I had to go to the fucking kitchen. You know what I mean? Steak by Troy. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Are you at least going to reduce the bill? Like, no, that shit you made, man, shit, that shit worth money. So, come on. Like, and like I said, complete the process. If you need help and you're going to go ask somebody for help, complete the process. You know, over the years, when it comes to like people like I'm not offended by people lying or all that shit. Like I used to be, but now I realize, like, you know what, man? Sometimes people, sometimes it's harder for people to face the truth straight up and down. So they'll color the truth a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, they got 72 different colored crayon Jones in the Crayola box, and they don't always use the primary Roy B. Jiv. Roy G. What is it? Roy G. Biv? Roy G. Biv, right? They don't always use those colors. But my thing is, I'm going to make you either lie to me or tell you the truth, or tell me the truth. I'm not going to not ask you what I need to know. Not going to happen. If I'm afraid to ask the question, then I ain't prepared for the answer either. I need to just let it the fuck go. But if I really want to know, guess what's going to happen? I'm asking. It ain't because I can't figure it out. It ain't because I didn't see it. But I'm going to ask you because I want to see the reaction on your face. I want to see how you handle this. I want to see what you're going to do. So you either going to lie to me or you're going to tell me the truth. And I'm actually okay with either or. But I want that I don't have any problem completing my process. I ask you the question and I want the answer, whether the answer requires more words or if it's yes or no, true or false. You know what I mean? I'm not going to act like a pussy by not asking you or trying to get you to just figure it out. I mean, if there's one thing that I've seen in this world is that motherfuckers will not guilt trip themselves into accommodating you if they haven't had to do it before. Man, you're a good dude. Now they'll do it if they know that something may be taken away from them if they don't straighten the fuck up and fly right, though. You know what I mean? Like, you know how it is when people feel like you fed up and they be like, oh no, we got chill. All right, wash the dishes. Because something tells me he ain't going for the dishes not being washed today. But if they know it's only going to last for a day, guess what happens the next few days? And everybody done been through this shit in their house. Everybody done been through this shit in their house with the fucking dishes. All right, you know what? I'm tired of having to wash the dishes all the time. You use it, you wash it. And in nobody's house do that shit ever last. It might last a week. I think the longest marathon of you use it, you wash it, probably has been 2 weeks in my crib. You know what I mean? When I was at home. But everybody went through it. You know why? Because it was because whoever job it was to wash the dishes, they felt like it was unfair. It was unfucking fair. So it was like, all right, everybody do for themselves, man. I'm tired of, you know what I mean? Shoot, y'all want to eat. Y'all got sauces and all kinds of grease and all that shit. That shit. Y'all don't want to wash pans and pots after y'all use them. Y'all want to use them multiple times, letting shit cake up on them. These new pots, Calphalon, and so everybody is supposed to wash it when they use it. And for a while, okay, all right, yeah. I'm washing it. I'm using it. I'm washing it. I'm using it. I'm washing it. You know what I mean? You might have tried paper plates, plastic cups, all that old good shit. It was all good for a while. Shout out to my mom who reuses plastic cups and silverware. Yeah, I'll be like, Mom, you can't wash a plastic fork. Oh yeah? I'm like, it's kind of defeating the purpose. That lady, them cheap ass containers that you get from the Chinese store. She watched them shits. I'm like, come on, man.
You can get maybe 1-2 uses out of them, though, bro.
Oh, you know what? I can't deal with this. This shit is a throwaway.
1-2 uses out of
It's
them.
a throwaway for a reason. I'm not drinking out of no goddamn. I'm not drinking out of no iced tea or no iced tea or
I'm not talking about
lemonade
the juice containers. I'm talking about the food containers. Like the
I know what
plastic
you're
food
talking
containers.
about. I know what you're talking about. They need to go back to the paper fold Johns that they used to have with the little metal handle on them. You know what I mean? They need to take it back to that. That was more that was green friendly anyway. But the bottom line is everybody in everybody's household, they have gotten fed up with things like either taking out the trash or washing the dishes or something where somebody had to do it and more than everybody else and they felt like they was being taken advantage of. So they made a move. But if they didn't stay on that move, guess what? It just goes all the way back to the regular way, and then we'll reset it again. All right, we doing it again. You use it, you wash it. You use it, you wash it. Hold up. What? Whoa. Hold up. Let me wait. House full of women. Stopped up. The drain is stopped up at the curb. How that happen? Time of the month. We told you do not flush tampons or pads down the toilet. Do women listen to that shit? No. You know when they listen to it? When they get tired of having to call a damn plumber, hitting them off for $250 a pop to come put the snake out the drain. That's the only time they learn, when they gotta pay for it. As long as you paying for it, they lying. I remember this from my landlord days. Mr. McIntyre, the toilet's backed up and it's not flushing and at the curb we seeing all this toilet paper and stuff. Like, and so did anything happen? No, I don't. Sometimes people, if I put the snake in the drain or in the toilet, or the toilet auger in the toilet, and I see tampons or pads, I'm going to have to charge you. Oh, you ain't going to see none of that. So I take the little snake, put it down in the toilet, and I either come up with a toy that the kids threw in the toilet, because kids just like they're going to throw Matchbox or Hot Wheels cars or building blocks. They're going to do that. They're going to try to flush the shit. But the women, so I put the auger in the toilet. Zip. What do I find? Little cotton looking thing with a string on it. Oh, that must have been my daughter. I told her, don't be flushing. Keisha, come here. Like that's gonna make it any different. You paying this motherfucking fee. Coming out and shit. Keisha, what is this? I know it ain't mine, Mr. McIntyre, because I ain't had no period in like 5 years.
Yeah,
Blink.
You gotta bring your
Look, blink. Ain't no more babies coming out of here since the last 25 years, because my shit been tied. I had my 2 times. I had a hysterectomy. They done removed everything. Ain't nothing nobody could do to get me pregnant. Blink.
My end is going just like a damn turkey on Thanksgiving.
But the bottom line is, yeah, they not gonna tell you that they did the wrong thing until you find out. You find out. You find out how you find out. So what are you gonna do after you find out? If you're gonna just let it go, then guess what? You're gonna be doing the same thing again. For some reason, they don't want to put the pads. They don't want to put the sanitary napkins in the trash can. I don't know why. They just think it's faster. People flush the toilet. They don't know where the water and everything else go. They know it get out of sight. But the embarrassment, the look on their faces when you come up with the joint, they be like, oh. So yeah, complete your processes. Get what you came to get. That's it. I mean, like I said, it's going to be hard feelings. It's going to be bullshit that, you're going to have to deal with all of that anyway. You might as well get what you came to get. And that's whether it's the truth or whether it's something physical. Don't leave without nothing and bad feelings.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Handle your business. But yeah, you know what I mean? Shit, we raise kids and shit. And they man, you almost have to give your kids a pass, because unfortunately, when they shit on you, it's a reflection of what you've let them get away with for all their lives. So you kind of have to look at yourself at the same time. But kids don't feel no guilt. Not the right way. You know when they'll feel guilt? When they older and they have to take care of themselves and they ain't got and they dealing with other people who won't let them get away with the bullshit. Yeah, I really miss my dad. I really miss my dad. Why? Because you fucking with a nigga who will go upside your head instead of letting you get away with the dumb shit or talk reckless and all that little crazy shit. Maybe. I mean, God forbid, but you understand what I'm saying. The world won't put up with this shit that you were raised with. They don't play by your rules. And on a unrelated, but not totally unrelated example, you see what's going on with Shedeur Sanders? You see what the NFL...
He got drafted.
Did
he? Yeah, he with the Cleveland Browns. 5th round.
They got him for cheap as shit, boy. But see, they did that shit on purpose. Mm-hmm. They wasn't going to let the whole draft go without him getting drafted, but they wasn't going to draft him on his terms. And Deion should have fucking let him know that shit. It's his dad's fault. It is. He a young boy. He watched his superstar athlete father get his way or throw his weight around seemingly. Deion know he didn't run shit. Not with no Jerry Jones, he ain't run shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not on the Atlanta Falcons. Remember, he played for 4 teams. He played for the Falcons first. He played for the 49ers. He played for the Cowboys, and he played for the what was it Washington? It was the Ravens, right? Okay. Yeah,
he played for 5. The last team he played for was the Redskins.
Okay, because I know I remember him playing for the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? So he knows how those negotiations go, and he knows that millionaires don't listen to what people who only make thousands got to say, and billionaires don't listen to what millionaires got to say. Like, you got to get to my level. You don't come in running my shit. It don't work that way. So you think I'm gonna let you, it may look like the Manning family, controlled the whole narrative of how they got drafted and all of that kind of shit. But you a nigga, son. I'm sorry. And sometimes you niggas gotta get reminded of where your place is. So you having to go through draft night and the second night with all eyes on you. All these other players getting drafted and all of that shit. And what's the narrative of the whole draft? Damn, Shedeur Sanders ain't get drafted yet. He better than this one and that one and blah blah blah. You think those NFL owners ain't get together and decide that shit? Mm-hmm. They all made calls like, yo, man, we just like the title of this show. I need you to take care of something for me. We need some solidarity on this. Nobody pick him. I don't care who get him. You know what I mean? Who need him out in Pittsburgh? You need a quarterback. Giants, you need a quarterback. Cleveland Browns, you need a quarterback. All right, you can get this dude. You know what I mean? Nobody else gonna pick him, but make sure he don't get picked in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round. We need his ass to sweat. Him and his dad. They want to talk shit? All right, got him. Hey. Now he ain't coming in. He got drafted as a backup. not a starter. So he all of that, you know what I mean? Don't draft me if you don't want to change the culture. And don't get me wrong, man, I like Shedeur Sanders. You know what I mean? I was never a primetime fan. We're not doing that. But I think that the young boy is a good quarterback and he got good skills. I think that he will be an asset to any team. But his presentation had to be worked on. He ain't work out at the combine and nothing like that. Like, come on, man. You are acting like you've arrived. You ain't got enough hunger. You ain't win no national. You and your dad ain't win no national championships in the NCAA Division One. Y'all won that shit on the Chitlin circuit. No disrespect to the HBCUs.
Ray Charlton, no.
Hey, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Shoot,
on the Chitlin.
We ain't gonna be acting like we don't know how the white man think, especially the racist, or put him as forget racist to put him in his place as white man. Don't act like we don't know how they think.
But that's the whole thing about it is that regardless of anything, it's the narrative of what you just said goes to everything. Like even not to get off the subject, even the situation with Bill Cosby. That's why I said the other night when we was talking about Shannon Sharp. You know, regardless if all that good shit that Bill Cosby done back in the day, if any of the women came forward and said that he did this and he did that, he drug them and this that, you know what they would say? We gonna lock this nigga up because he's still a nigga. He's just a famous nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about it. Like right here, like even with the situation with Shedeur, you know, he's his environment is what ailed him. You understand what I'm saying? His environment is what ailed him. And that's the whole thing about it. But also, even if he did work out at the combines, even if he did, he still would have been a mark against him because they feel as though black quarterbacks, black people shouldn't be quarterbacking in the first place.
Well,
you know,
I don't think that's
an anomaly.
For the most,
Lamar Jackson is an anomaly. Look at Jalen. Jalen looked great, but they still found, well, he's not throwing for 100 and he ain't throwing for 300 and something yards and 10 touchdowns and 5 touchdowns a game. But he's playing within the system, and they still want to judge him.
Well, yeah,
and the ones that they saying is doing that have yet to win a Super Bowl.
Well, the reason why that whole thing falls by the wayside is because Cam Ward got picked twice. I mean, picked number 2. So we can't.
No, he got picked number 1.
Number 1. I'm sorry. Then it was Travis Hunter number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Cam Ward is black, and he went first. Yeah. So the taboo and disrespect of the black quarterback still exists, but it's nothing like it was 30, 40 years ago. You know, when you
also have to remember something, right? Cam Ward is not Deion Sanders' son.
But that's my whole point.
He got the you know, some of that shit came from Deion too.
And a lot of it did. But the difference between a Cam Ward, if you take away the Deion Sanders part, I know it's hard to, but if you take away the Deion Sanders part, Cam Ward has better mechanics. He's a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. They may be close, but he's even more proven than Shedeur Sanders in the NCAA Division One, because that's where
because I looked at some of Cam Ward's game. I looked at some of them, and he a beast.
Oh no, he's nice. But what I'm saying is this. But Cam wasn't talking about how he was going to basically take over an organization and make them do what he wanted them to do. Cam wasn't saying, I only want to play for a winner, or if certain teams better not even look at me because I'm not going. Cam wasn't doing that. And you can't walk that kind of shit back without the pedigree of your position that would be required for anybody to do that. You know what I mean? Just, okay, your dad was all that. But your dad proved himself on every level. College, NFL, he came in doing what he was supposed to do. You not even in here yet. And even your dad didn't come into the league like, yo, I'm a, you know what I mean? I'm a blah, 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 blah. He was just a Jerry Curl, you know, Cazell wearing, you know, shit talking, you know, D-back / wide receiver, baseball player, that, you know, athlete. That was, you know, that wanted to show everybody that he was going to do his thing, and he talked too much. But that was him. You're not him. And we're not going to let him, who should have known better. He should have told his son, listen, son, hold your head for now. Do what you got to do. Get your feet in. Show these motherfuckers how much better you are than everybody else. And then you can Tom Brady the game. But we can't go in Tom Brady in the game. He failed to do that. That's the reason I blame Deion. Because Shador would have never thought about, you know, handling things the way he was handling them had he not had his pop put the battery in his back. Simple and plain. So, but once again, the NFL, they showed him. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, you nice.
So what you're saying is the NFL is NFLing.
Man, what they say? The blacklist was blacklisted. That motherfucker he sweated through 4 rounds. Yo, that shit. If he ain't humbled now, he will never be. He was supposed to be top 5 easily. They was talking about Cam or him going first, and the other one going second. This last month or two, when he went to visit places, now I'm not saying that those teams reported accurately about his attitude and all that kind of stuff. I don't even think it was his attitude. I think it was his energy. They didn't want to deal with that energy. Like, no. Shit,
I don't even think it was. I think it was part that, and they didn't. Also, they didn't want to deal with Deion.
Well, that's
even though Deion saying he's gonna fall to the wayside.
But that's the energy. That's the energy. Yeah. I think Shador is a respectful, skilled, a good teammate. But the energy around him, the energy that fueled him, they didn't want to deal with it. You know, they didn't want to deal with, oh, we got Shador Sanders. You know, we know Deion is watching this every move. He watching the owners every move. He watching the GMs. Nah, man, hell no. We only recruiting one player. And tell you what, we're not going to recruit him in the first round. We're going to recruit him as a backup and make him rework his way up. Now you playing.
Only thing I can think about when I think about him waiting to get drafted is the song CNC Music Factory, and the part when she said, "Gonna make you sweat." Baby, that motherfucker sweating. I know he was overly saturated.
Yeah, I mean, it fucked him up.
Had his feet in the kiddie pool.
It fucked him up. But now that he has to, instead of being a first round pick or even a second round pick, where there are guaranteed starter implications, now he's going to have to fight for a spot. He might still start.
Okay, so you know what's messing up. You know what's messing up the NFL game so much. I think NIL deals is messing up the NFL game so much.
Well, everything is multimedia. It's all money.
Yeah, because see what happens is some of these players is already coming in as millionaires.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
Actually, I think that's a good thing because they was getting shit. I mean, colleges making billions of dollars off the fucking players and giving them nothing but good steak dinners. Fuck out of here.
I'm not saying that it's not a good thing, but it plays on the psyche of the player. I mean, look at the boy from Tennessee. He was getting paid what, 3.1 million or something like that. He asked him for $4 million. And they said, no, we cutting you. That's it. We don't need you.
Hey.
And then he went over to play for UCLA. Now he's getting 1.6 million.
But listen,
you see,
but they got a players union in the NFL, so it's not like they just out there by themselves. But the thing is, you got to get drafted in order to get into the union.
Right.
You know, and things are going to work. Listen, the man who cutting the checks, whoever's cutting the checks controls everything. Why are we acting like, I don't know. I don't know. For me, it kind of irks me when we want to totally understand how the game works when it doesn't affect us. But when it affects us, now we want to be like, no, that's not right. Now it's all about morality. Fuck out of here. Shit, the NFL draft is akin to slavery.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, look at this buck right here. Let me check his teeth. They doing the same thing with your injury report and all of that.
That's what the NFL Combine is on. You know, let me see how much you can lift.
Yeah, but you getting paid.
40, let me see the 40.
Hey, it's millions of dollars. You know, unlike slavery, where you wasn't making no money. Now you making it. You're gonna have generational wealth. So hey, it is what it is. I'm glad he got recruited, because I understand. I understood the lesson that they was teaching him. It's just fucked up that he had to have that happen, but he'll be a better man because of it. You know, being somebody going from one spoiled situation to another spoiled situation, that don't help nobody.
Let's see if Shiloh get drafted.
I know. Oh. Look, I mean, ain't nothing to remember. I don't think he's gonna get drafted. You know what I mean? This ain't a Bronny James situation. So yeah, I mean, I don't know that ain't gonna work. But look, man,
if y'all take Shiloh, I'll come back and play. Ain't like I can say that.
Ain't that some shit? Yeah, hey, he gonna have to fight for his. But look, our time has come. I want to thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. I'm gonna let these good people.
Do, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna let these good people go on with the rest of their day. Had the fun that they supposed to have.
Do me a favor with the songs, man. The songs in the beginning had me fucking rolling.
You know what? I was going when the other caller was on the line. I was setting it up for her to help me with the song. But what was the song I was doing? Stop fucking with me. So I was gonna have her do it. So I was gonna do the rhyme part.
I'm still stuck on the Donald Trump is a bum song too.
Oh shit! How'd it go? I'll be making these songs up on the fly. Man, I don't even remember how they go. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you what you need to do is start make a soundtrack and put this shit out.
I mean, it sound good. You know what I'm saying? But when I put it out there in a video, I'm trying to see how well it do. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's the barometer.
That shit be fucking me up. I was cracking the fuck up. I'm serious, boy. But it's always a pleasure, man.
Without a doubt, man. Good looking. Yo, have a good day. I'm gonna holler at you a little later.
We will.
All right, man. Peace.
All right.
All right, y'all. Let's take a look at this poll. How are we doing with the poll? Let's see. We got 21 votes on the poll. What is your comfort level of asking for help? 24% says I have no problem asking for help. Not bad. 43% said I only ask for help if I really need it. 19% says I only ask for help from people who I'm close to. That's the safe route. And 14% says I do everything myself. Like, I ain't asking for no help, yo. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious April 26th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. My main man, Rasul Salam, my man Suli, happy birthday to you. And also Linnell Hutley, happy birthday. And Bonnie Bunny, happy birthday. And Tamis McLeod, happy birthday. And Charlene Brown, Brown. And Carmen Holloman, Helen Jones, Crystal Petty, Elizabeth Robert, Scarlett Martinez, Cicely T. Farmer. Last but not least, my girl, Cicely T. Farmer. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious April 26th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally, all of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud, just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. I said, go hard, go for yours. I said, yo, people always coming through, always needing something. Yo, stop fucking with me. If you never gave me nothing, but you always asking for something, yo, stop fucking with me. Yo, I got a lot of lives to live, man. I'm willing to give, but y'all gotta stop fucking with me. I love my kids, my wife, and my mom, and everybody. Yo, stop fucking with me. When I go out in the streets, I need peace. I ain't trying to be scared. Stop fucking with me. Who is you? You be talking to me like you got no respect. Stop fucking with me, baby. When you come to the DG show, urban therapy, and stop fucking with me. People want to troll, act like they got control. Yo, you can suck a pole fucking with me. Who is you? What you trying to do? You better get your whole crew. Be fucking with me. If you call me on my phone, you about to meet Tone, cause you would stop fucking with me. I don't like it, so I'm not going to use it. Yo, you can do, stop fucking with me. Yeah, you know what time it is, what rhyme it is, what crime it is. Stop fucking with me. Peace to all my loves and even the ones who hate. Yo, on this date, fucking with me. Yo, you don't like what I say? Well, you gonna hear it today. Stop fucking with me. Why I gotta be pronouncing things all hard? I pulled the card. You was fucking with me. I 4 and not 2 4 2. We both blind and I find you was fucking with me. I'm tired of the BS, yo. Too much stress. Yo, please stop fucking with me. You. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow afternoon, 1:30 p.m. So make sure y'all come on through. We'll have some fun now. Just me and all the gang, learning from each other while we do our thing. Nah, gonna have a good time. Hey. Yo, hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Holla back, man. Y'all have a great day. No exceptions. Peace.